Dreams are one of the most fascinating mysteries of the human mind. Sometimes, we wake up remembering a dream that takes us to a place so vivid, so detailed, that it feels like we've actually been there before. But then reality hits. We've never seen that place in real life. So why does the brain create dreams of places we've never been? To answer this, we first need to understand what dreams actually are. Dreams are like stories our brain tells itself during sleep, especially during the stage called REM sleep. This is when our brain activity is almost as active as when we're awake. But unlike waking life, the brain doesn't get input from the outside world. It has to create its own reality. That's where imagination, memory, and creativity come together. One explanation is that these new places are actually a mix of familiar elements we've seen before. The brain loves to take pieces of memory, like a street you once walked, a building you saw online, or a color pattern you noticed, and combine them into something new. That's why a dream city can feel real, but impossible to locate in the real world. It's not one place you've been, it's dozens of fragments stitched together. Another reason is linked to the brain's ability to simulate experiences. The human brain is a prediction machine. It constantly tries to imagine possible scenarios. When you dream, your brain may be practicing survival situations, exploring what-ifs, or preparing for events in your waking life. So dreaming of places you've never been might be your brain's way of training itself for unknown environments. Think of it like a flight simulator. Your brain runs through different locations, so you're more adaptable in real life. There's also the idea of the subconscious mind. Our subconscious absorbs details we don't even realize we've noticed. Maybe you saw a photograph scrolling online, glanced at a background in a movie, or caught a glimpse of a place in passing. Even if you don't consciously remember it, your subconscious stores it. Later, when you dream, the brain may pull those hidden details together into a place that feels brand new. But here's where it gets even more interesting. Some researchers believe dreams are not just recycled memories, but a creative process. The brain doesn't simply copy, it invents. In fact, some artists, writers, and inventors throughout history have claimed their most original ideas came from dreams. So when you dream of a place you've never been, it might actually be your brain's creativity at its peak, building something the real world hasn't shown you yet. There's also a psychological layer. Sometimes the new place in your dream is symbolic. It might represent emotions, desires, or fears rather than a physical location. For example, dreaming of a strange house might symbolize hidden aspects of yourself. A mysterious city could represent new opportunities, challenges, or even anxieties about the future. In this sense, your brain invents unfamiliar places to give shape to feelings you can easily express when you reawake. And then there's the cultural and spiritual perspective. Throughout history, many cultures believed that dreaming of unknown places was a form of traveling, either to other dimensions, past lives, or future experiences. While science hasn't proven this, the belief itself shows how powerful these dream landscapes feel. They seem too real, too rich in detail, to be dismissed as random brain activity. Another fascinating possibility is the way our brain builds maps of space. The hippocampus, a part of the brain involved in memory, also helps us understand physical space and navigation. When dreaming, it might generate new maps that don't exist in reality, just to keep your spatial awareness sharp. That's why you can walk through dream streets, climb dream mountains, or explore dream buildings, even if they've never existed. It's your brain exercising its ability to create and navigate. So why do we dream of places we've never been? Because the brain is both a memory bank and a storyteller, a survival tool and an artist. It mixes fragments of what you know with what you imagine. It simulates possible futures, symbolizes hidden emotions, and sometimes creates entirely new worlds. And maybe that's the real magic of dreams. They remind us that inside our own minds lies an infinite universe, one that can take us anywhere, even to places reality has never shown us. So the next time you wake up from a dream of a strange city, a new country, or a place beyond imagination, remember your brain just gave you a free trip to a world it created all by itself. And who knows? Maybe someday you'll actually step into a place that looks just like the one you saw in your dreams.